We're just asking members of Congress, do you think we should inquire about impeachment? It's not saying, do you want to impeach? It's saying, should we just ask the question? And at this point right now, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with Republicans that we can't just, hey guys, maybe ask the question. Maybe we should just ask and think about it and look at it and investigate.
We're just asking questions here. Please, please, please open this investigation. And notice Marjorie Greene is mad at Republicans. That's because not all Republicans in the House are unified on the question of whether to impeach Joe Biden, whether or not this is a priority for them. And we'll get into those details. A lot of them are wondering whether they should impeach Joe Biden or they should shut down the government. That's right. There is a looming deadline to pass a resolution for a continuing resolution to fund the government, because this is what we do in this political system. We just sort of punt the football as to whether or not the government will continue to be funded or not. So we'll get into the politics behind that. But Marjorie Greene is mad at her own party, and that's probably because her party's looking at the polls, and not every Republican is in a deep red district. So let's look at this new polling coming out from Public Policy that found that 56% of registered voters think a GOP impeachment inquiry into Biden would be a partisan political stunt, including 20% of Trump voters and 88% of Biden voters. I love the 20%. They're like, yeah, it's a political stunt. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. But compare that to data that we just received about whether or not the whether or not the investigations and the indictments of Donald Trump, whether those are politically motivated and whether the Justice Department is being fair. Majority of Americans say, yeah, no, it's fair. That's not political. Yeah, we all saw that. We saw it. We saw the crimes with our own eyes. So compare that to doing the same thing to Joe Biden. And that is making Marjorie Greene and other members of the Freedom Caucus real mad. Here she is with the rest of her thoughts.
I am confident, and the reason why I'm confident is we had a House GOP call yesterday, and that was his big push on the call. So I think if we were to have the vote today, right now, Kevin McCarthy would be one of the first ones to vote yes. So it's not our speaker, it's still some of these few remaining Republicans that maybe won a Biden district, or they, for whatever reason, I don't know. But I think that our conference is coming together, and we should be voting on this in September. If we don't, you're gonna see the Marjorie Taylor Greene you've always known.
Oh, she's gonna do 20 more burpees, and we're gonna be like, don't make me watch your Instagram. But there's Marjorie Greene speaking about Kevin McCarthy, who does look like he wants to begin an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. However, he also is the Speaker of the House, and he has a job. And the job is, bare minimum, keep the government running, right? And in order to keep the government running, he's got to make sure that everyone's gonna vote for the continuing resolution to fund the government.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.